Let's make another strop. In fact, let's make two of them. I'm going to show you in this video how to make two very inexpensive styles of strops that you can sharpen and use. You'll make these out of very common household type items that you may already have on hand, or in your house or in your garage. And they're light, easy to make, transportable, very simple. You can put one in your bug out bag or in your hunting bag, your fanny pack. You can put one in the glove compartment of your car, and they're just very easy to carry. And let's look at some of the steps of how those are made. So your first step is to take your paint stir stick, measure the length that you want for your first strop, and then you're going to cut that. We're going to use both pieces of this paint stirrer to make two strops. The next step is take a piece of scrap leather, lay the first strop part down on it. I like to use the handle piece and simply draw around it with a pen. And get it doesn't have to be exact. In fact, leave yourself a little room for trimming. And once you have that drawn on there to the point that you want it, you're simply going to have a rectangle like this. This is a scrap of nubuck. Take a knife, cut out around it, and what you're going to end up with is a leather stropping rectangle that you're going to glue onto this stick that is exactly the size that you want. And you can use an old belt or any old leather that you have. I just used this scrap of nubuck that was laying around. For the first strop, we'll use the handle side of this paint stirring paddle. Just glue the leather onto one side of it and trim it even. Then lay it down on top of the sandpaper, draw out a strip, cut it out, and we're going to glue that to the other side so there's a 1200 grit side of the paddle and the leather. I use this spray adhesive. You can use Elmer's glue or anything that you have around the house. So now our strop looks like this. 1200 grit strip on this side. As we flip it over and look, there's the leather, the nubuck scrap I had on this side, and then we'll simply just trim those even, and they're ready for compound. For compound, we're going to use this turtle wax polishing compound, which costs about $4. And we're going to put it on. If you know how to butter toast, you know how to put polishing compound onto this strop. That's what it looks like. It's white polishing compound. I've got a McDonald's plastic knife, and we're just going to take a little bit. It's actually a lot, and we're going to spread it on here. Don't worry if you get extra. You're just wanting to load this strop with the compound. We're going to wipe a little bit off if we need to. And once you get it fully loaded, we're going to just, again, make sure it gets into all the fibers, and we're going to let it dry completely. And this will actually keep this strop loaded for a long time. This will last a lot longer than green chrome rouge or white rouge or jeweler's rouge that many people put on their strops. So this is really a great trick. You can use this on your regular strops as well. Once it dries, I mean, you can strop a lot of knives on it before you have to add any kind of compound, and it's cheap, $4. You won't use that up for a long time. So just wipe the excess off. We'll let it dry. Okay, let's make the second strop. This one is going to have cardboard on the face. You can't get much cheaper than that. Cardboard makes a great strop. You can figure that out by how cutting cardboard with knives really dulls them quickly. So it makes a great strop. I got this piece of cardboard from a box that USAKnifeMaker.com sent some parts in. So not only is it recycling, but it's got some knife mojo in there. Simply glue that on like that, and then you're ready to wipe on some of the compound. It won't absorb a whole lot. Spread it on thinly, wipe off the excess, and let it dry. So now we've got these two very simple, inexpensive strops. They work really well. This one, again, is the one that's the cheapest, and it looks probably the cheesiest, but these actually work really, really well. And definitely these, you can make them maybe for free if you have the stuff. You can get paint paddles almost anywhere. The interesting thing about these is I've seen some people just use them like this with the cardboard and not put compound on them. I always like to put the compound on. I've heard that you can also put toothpaste on these and use them. And then I don't know, I guess your knife is sharp and smells minty fresh too. So you could try that out. So I'm going to show you here. I have this simple bushcraft knife that I made out of 1095. It's already fairly sharp, so we're just going to use it for demonstration purposes. But on this simple cardboard one, you would just strop like you would any other knife. You just do a stropping action like that, and I can already feel that it is stropping. I can feel it on the blade, just like that. Okay, so very, very simple. And you've also, because this is wood, you can take this and just pull the edge of the knife along like that. And yeah, so our second strop, it's just going to be the same thing. This is going to have an action a lot more similar to the strop that we made together before. You've got the 1200 grit wet dry sandpaper on this side, so for maybe the first pass, doing like that, and then you're ready to start stropping. So again with this, see if I can get it for the camera, you're just stropping along just like you would anything else, and this paint stirring paddle is stiff enough that you can just hold it in your hand like that. You don't have to set it down. So this is what's nice about being in the field and you want to strop a knife. If you don't have a knife steel, a strop's a good way to kind of bring the edge back before you actually have to hone. So that's it. That's how it works. Actually feels pretty good. And you can see that polishing compound, that turtle wax polishing compound, stands up really well. I know some wood carvers who make these kind of strops to sharpen wood carving tools, and they never put more compound on. They just load up that leather and don't put any more on until they change the leather. So hope you enjoyed that. Make some strops. What I would love to see is somebody post some videos of them making a strop in response, and either these little ones, a cardboard one, or one of the other ones that I made in my first video, or one of your own design. I'd love to see it. And so make one and post it as a video response.